For my entire career as a lawyer, I have fought on behalf of families who have lost a loved one in a detention center or prison. And oftentimes when my firm is contacted, it's by grieving families that really don't know what to do. There are so many unanswered questions. Oftentimes they don't even know what the circumstances of the death are. The death certificate's pending, they're told there's an investigation, but they don't know anything else. At Evans Moore, what we do is we take that burden off of your shoulders and we place it on our shoulders so you can focus on what's most important at the time. Funeral arrangements, the grieving process, preparing for life moving forward without this person. It's very important that if you have suffered a loss or have a loved one who has died in jail or detention center or in prison, to contact a lawyer as quickly as possible. Because in this setting, there's video evidence, there's video surveillance, there's videos that are kept within most of the housing units and pods. But the problem is, in most of these detention centers, they have a very short retention policy, meaning that video may get destroyed within a matter of days or weeks. But if you hire a lawyer quickly, that lawyer can serve what's called a preservation letter or a do not destroy letter. And what that does is it puts the detention center on notice that the circumstances of the death are being investigated by a civil law firm and that evidence must be maintained. It cannot be destroyed. And if that evidence ultimately is destroyed, you as the civil litigant will have rights and claims against the detention center for destroying that key evidence. Another thing that a qualified law firm that actually has experience handling these types of cases can do is act as a liaison between the family and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division as they investigate the claims and the circumstances of the death. There's very few circumstances where people die in jail absent some sort of negligence or medical malpractice. In a detention center setting, for example, these are individuals who've only been charged with the crime. They are presumed innocent and they are expected to be housed in this detention center for the shortest amount of time possible before they either bond out, are convicted, or found innocent. And so anytime somebody dies within a detention center, the facts and circumstances of the death should be closely investigated. Also, it's important hiring a law firm that actually has experience in this type of litigation because it's very specialized. Unless you have fought on behalf of clients under these circumstances, you don't know what to ask for. You don't know about the standing orders in the logbooks, in the supervisor logbooks.
When someone's freedoms are taken away and they're institutionalized, we have a constitutional obligation to provide that individual with basic care. Somebody who is incarcerated is not able to call 911 or to visit their own personal physician when something just doesn't seem right. The Constitution requires that we provide medications to treat chronic illnesses and that we provide care in emergencies to those citizens who find themselves incarcerated. The requirement to provide basic care simply isn't happening in our local jails and in our prisons. This is a requirement that we as humans, as citizens, as Americans, and as jurors have to enforce.
And so if you or a loved one has suffered a loss within a detention center, I would encourage you to contact a lawyer immediately. a lawyer who can answer questions, a lawyer who can find out what happened. And if the loss was preventable, a law firm that can hold those bad actors accountable. If you or a loved one has suffered a loss in a detention center or a prison, don't hesitate to contact us at Evans Moore, and we'll be happy to help you in any way that we can.